Another note to these goofball skeptics who love to debunk the Bible. One of their popular arguments is they would like to point out to you that Jesus is incorrect. The mustard seed is not the smallest seed in the entire world. If you go to the rainforest, you can find certain orchids in this tropical rainforest, and their seed is 1/35 millionth of an ounce. And they're dispersed like dust particles. And they'll say even further, this mustard tree is not a tree. It is technically a bush. So, hey, if Jesus is supposed to be the Son of God, and he knows everything, how could he possibly get this wrong about the mustard seed not being the smallest? And this is actually a tree. Hey brother, if that's your argument, and you're going to rest your immortal soul on that argument, I say good luck. Because you're a moron. Like, it's a ridiculous argument. Or if you want me to use more biblical language, I would say guys who try to use that argument are living examples of those who don't have eyes. They have eyes but cannot see. They have ears but cannot hear. Because remember, verse 11, to you it has been given to know the secrets of the kingdom of heaven, but to these guys making these crazy arguments, it has not been given. So I ask you, is Jesus Christ the Messiah, the creator of the universe, your Savior, Bill Nye the Science Guy? Does anyone think the point of his parables, when he's telling you, is to relate horticultural information? Obviously not. Does anyone in their right mind believe that it would make any sense to Jesus' audience of Palestinian desert-dwelling farmers who says, well, you have this mustard seed that's really tiny, but just so you know, there's a seed for orchids in a rainforest across the ocean, thousands and thousands of miles away in South America in a tropical rainforest? The answer would be, what's a rainforest? And what's South America? And by the way, what's an ocean? They weren't familiar with any of those things. He was speaking to them in the language of their day. It's an analogy he's making to the stuff that they understand. And sure enough, in Palestine, in the first century, this mustard seed was the smallest seed that anyone knew about, and this bush, this mustard plant, grew between 12 and 15 feet high. So if I see a 15-foot high bush, I don't know, I'm probably going to call it a tree. I don't know the difference between a bush and a tree when it's 15 feet high. So, it's a parable, it's an illustration, don't be ridiculous. When we go back again, take the clear and obvious meaning.